Hey, what's happening, country cousin? Big Krit, third court representative, Mississippi native. Shout out to the Progress Report. 10 years of progress. Let's go, shout it. Hey.
The Progress Report.
What's going on? It's your girl Lalaa Shepard. This is a new episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. And I finally got my man Big Krit in the building. Welcome.
Thank you, kindly. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Salute to you, your team, Nick Love, man. I've been trying to get this interview for some time. I'm going to put some context with it. So I do the brand management for the Coalition DJs. So we've been meeting each other and seeing each other on and off for years.
Okay.
I think the first time that we officially met, you came through New Music Mondays with Bun B.
So wow, that was a while ago. Yeah, part of the project that Bun put out at that time. Yeah.
And then of course you came back after that, and then most recently for the newest album you came back, and I just gotta say, man, your energy was magnetic.
Thank you, kindly. I appreciate it.
Sir,
I do my best.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get right into it, man. I want to talk about this new project because you decided to dedicate it to your car.
Cadalee Biarritz.
Let's get into it, man.
Yeah.
So, okay, when did you name your car?
Literally upon buying getting the car, actually, shout out to Spokes and Vogues, for actually moving around to find a Biarritz that made sense for me.
Gotcha.
And then literally, I'm one of those people where knowing that it's gonna sound crazy, but B.B. King named his guitar Lucille. And so for me, that always stuck with me. And then when it came to cars, it was like, oh man, to find that one car and then give it a name. Understood. So upon seeing it, I already knew what I wanted to name it. And I literally that was just the name I gave to my Biarritz and in general. And then to be able to do a project called Cadalee Biarritz, it just was the icing on the cake. And a lot of people name their cars. So it's been a beautiful experience. Just like having people send us photos and videos and stuff like that after the project has been amazing.
Wow, I bet, man. And it's true. I got a Hyundai and I named my car. You know what I mean?
What's
my car
name?
name is Jug.
Jug. Let's go.
Your scooter, man. I got my car years ago, man.
Okay, yo. Exactly.
Tell me, about your love for cars, though. When did you first start falling in love with cars, and why?
I think like everyone, when you're just a kid sitting on the side of the street playing, you have to move out the way and a car passed by, and like, that's my car. So I think that was the beginning for me. And then just a lot of Southern music was always about cars and about the music that you play. And so it kind of started there. And then like Monte Carlos was a big thing in my city at the time. So my first car that I actually talked about a lot was a 1986 Monte Carlo that I purchased. I mean, I wasn't even signed yet. This had to be like 2004 off of Beats and Versus.
Yes, sir.
And so, I mean, clearly I no longer have that car. But again, music put me in a position where I could buy another car that I found to be just something I wanted. Shout out to Pimp C because he talked about Biarritz so much. And so I was like, man, I gotta get me one.
Damn right.
And so shout out to Texas too for kind of inspiring me to do that.
Damn right, man. Salute, man. I know you from Mississippi too.
Yes, country boy.
Damn right. Now talk about the difference from learning to drive out there versus actually coming into the cities and stuff. What's the difference?
Oh my God. So Meridian, Mississippi is a city. I want me to throw that out there.
Okay.
It's very much a city.
Right there.
Well, I mean, but so the thing is about being from the South, the only thing that coming to Atlanta or just Georgia in general, we're dealing with immense amount of traffic. So it still was like, no, we was good. It's still the same thing. It's just the traffic and the sit still. Okay. And then the amount of exits that you got to pay attention to.
Man, that part.
Spaghetti Junction and all that. But, I mean, once I'm on open road, I'm good, though. So it didn't bother me. And then over time, being able to drive in Atlanta gave me an opportunity to listen to my music longer in the car, which helped me understand what people dealt with in traffic. So if I could create an album that would put you in a position where even if you're in traffic, you still don't care.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like point A to point B could literally be from you getting to your job, and that might early morning school buses might take you an hour and a half.
Facts.
So if I make an album that's jamming enough that you don't care, I think I helped you. Absolutely. And it made sense. Like it really worked out for both sides.
That's real, man. And you mentioned before, of course, being a producer. How many records off this latest project did you produce?
Oh man, number wise, it's kind of hard to say. I think out of the 17 actual tracks, I mean, we dealing with 12 songs per se. I think I produced 8 of them. Okay. And I co-produced some of them.
Got you.
And then shout out to Joey Bates, which is Big Boy Laco. They produced Mileage, and then Gotta Do It. And then I'm missing a name right now. But then also, So Far So Good, Shout out to Creative Kill and Jason Montgomery. They co-produced that with me. And it's one other record I'm forgetting.
Of
and I'm gonna tell the producer I'm so sorry.
Respect.
If I can't remember. Yeah.
Respect though. So let me ask you, how do you turn off one ear being an artist to being a producer? Do you turn it off, or how does that work for you?
I don't think I turn it off at all.
Damn.
I think that's what makes it difficult to submit beats to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I feel like if I hear something and I feel like I could have made it, then they might waver if I want to choose it or not. I really like working with producers. They would send me something I know I won't use, right? And well, not use, but know I won't make.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so the production, the drum patterns might be a little bit different. The sample might be something I've never heard of before. And I'd be like, you know what? There's no way I would have made that. Let me rap on it.
Got you.
Because the rapper gets excited. And so I've tried to dial down the ego of both. Because depending on, even if I'm doing features or if somebody sends me a song and it's jamming, I don't feel like I'm supposed to be on it. I'm like, nah, bro, this is already jamming without me. You know? So I've learned to kind of balance both. It took a while.
I bet. Yeah. That's tough, man, and very impressive how you wear both of those hats like that.
Yeah.
Now, how did you avoid that stigma of, usually when somebody's a producer, they don't respect them the same as an artist and vice versa. How did you bypass that?
I don't even think so. To me, I think doing both gave me access to be able to work with people genuinely. So the competitive nature kind of goes out the window. If I get in the room and people know I make beats and I write hooks, that gives me an opportunity to just work with the artist.
True.
If I get in a room with musicians, jazz musicians, anybody, that also gives me the opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
And they know I'm there to learn musically. And so I think I've been blessed to do both. And then again, anytime you can dial down the competitive nature to make a great song for the consumer, I think that is the best collective effort you can have.
Amen. Amen. Now, is it true that you play instruments where you were a kid?
Oh, wow. Yes. I played the cello probably for like 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Then the tuba I played from 5th grade till I graduated high school.
Got you.
And that's my love for bass. That's kind of where I learned it from.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Wow, man. So do you still play any instruments?
No.
Really?
No, I mean, so this is the thing that people, so those two instruments are the instruments, like low income housing. And I tell everybody, if your child want to get into band, normally the top tier instruments are saxophones, trumpets, trombones. These instruments are very expensive, brass instruments.
That's true.
No, most schools will provide you with a sousaphone or a tuba. And then all you have to do is buy the mouthpiece.
Got it.
So I chose based off of what I could afford. So they got the mouthpiece. I played the tuba. The problem was back then, I had to carry that shit home. And this is when I get to showing my age. Where I used to walk 1.5 miles with a sousaphone on my back, which is a concert tuba. And they give you a bag, and I did the same thing with the cello. Wow. But I love those instruments.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, man. Do you want to learn how to play any instruments? Or?
I could definitely, for me, I think going back to the tuba would be my main focus. And I think I could actually implement that in my music somehow, some way.
Yeah, I think that'd be hard.
But I also, again, ego aside,
true.
I know a lot of great musicians, and I would just rather be like, hey, bro.
I feel that too.
Let's get some publishing.
Yeah.
Let's work.
Damn right. Respect, man. Now, with the project, man, stranger to interludes, as we know, but, decide on calling these commercials. You made an actual radio skit. So talk about that, man.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, so man, okay, so, shout out to Karlous Miller as well.
For sure.
For being DJ, the Chevy SS King.
Yes.
And so with doing the commercial, it just made sense. I'm listening to the project, and I'm getting together his parts. I'm like, man, I need commercials. And then so shout out to CJ Customs, Meridian, Mississippi's own. Okay. Paint job crazy. Clearly, Scotty A.T.L. is killing it with the grills.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And then, Spokes and Vogue, shout out to them who helped get Cadalee together. This is a custom made shirt. Shout out to Big Lee. So doing these commercials, man, it just made sense.
Absolutely.
And so I got the opportunity to get into my jingle bag a little bit. I'm from the era of ringtones.
Yep.
So a lot of my first time actually having placements with ringtones. So this was right up my alley.
That's hard. That's hard, man. Now I know you and Karlous Miller, y'all done worked together before, but what was your genuine thoughts when you first heard his freestyle?
So crazy enough, the instrumental for the freestyle, I had it loop for 15 minutes. Karlous got in the booth, and when I tell you, he did like all those skits is him for 15 minutes, just chopping it up, talking, doing drops, and then all of a sudden, and then shout out to one of my engineers, engineered by Wolf. He was like, "I bet he gonna freestyle." I was like, "Bro, we like 7-8 minutes in, I don't see him freestyling." And then like, "Yeah, I mean that shit." I was like, "God, okay." Yeah. And so once he did that, then he did it twice, and even got into his bag. I was like, "We definitely gonna use that."
Absolutely.
And so I created the freestyle at the end, and then it made so sense to go on to Celebrate the Line. It's kind of due to Texas.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Salute to him, man.
Definitely.
Now, what's one thing I want to know that you learned from being signed to a major label that you still apply to your independent grind?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I to always stay independent. That's what I learned, that always stay independent, always brand your business, your company. Whether that happens or not, it won't matter because you was branding what you believed in.
Amen.
Yeah, I think that's what I learned.
That's real.
That's it.
That's real.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about the importance of ownership, though. I feel like I'm here for it. We going on 10 years of the Progress Report. So
congratulations. I saw you
over 10 years of the Progress Report.
Let's go. Longevity. Hey.
I'm here for it, but I feel like sometimes that's not the norm. And I get it. Everybody isn't necessarily meant to have their own, but tell me your importance. Why is it important for ownership for you?
Ownership for me is super important because I think about when I first started I think about when I first started rapping and what I wanted. All I wanted was for people to hear my music.
Damn right.
I just wanted people to hear my music and then convey a message from Mississippi that I wasn't seeing broadcasted on TV, on radio. It's like, it's nothing like that. I wish they would come here. Maybe I can make something that can make a change, right? I succeeded that tenfold, more than I could imagine. So as the brand comes along, it only makes sense that I nurture that just the same, right? For every other artist that may come from a small town, small city, and just want their message heard. We get caught up in the dreams and the accolades and the things that are major, or you might get promised, but you got to remember what you started for in the first place. And as you get 10 years in, and me, I look at my career, 20, 25 years, gang of mixtapes, I succeeded already, technically. So everything else is a bonus, and it's a blessing.
Amen. That makes sense. Now, I want to know your thoughts on the current state of hip hop. Just said it yourself. You've been in the game for some time. So what's your thoughts on the current state right now?
That's interesting. I would ask the question to the consumer, what are their thoughts? I come from the field of art form. I believe in hip hop as an art form. And I always believe in it that way. I still think that hip hop artists need a union. Yeah. Or every artist in general. I think there's a lot of that could be taken away from past stories. I think it's sad that a show like Unsung exists. Man. Not because of the show in itself, because I understand telling people stories, but a lot of those stories keep happening. They're happening even now. So that means there's also a cycle that's happening within not only hip hop, but in music in general. And I'm just one of those people that I believe that you put out there, whatever you put out there, just remember it will come back. And I encourage every artist to, if you talked about or rapped about something that you don't believe in now, to start recorrecting that narrative for the consumer. Because a lot of people take those messages and they went out as theme songs to those songs and they did something. They might have affected their life tremendously. And us as artists, we might be protected, or that song was a song and we just kept it moving. But people risk their lives listening to some of our music, and we have to acknowledge that as artists.
Damn, that's real. That's real.
That's just how I feel.
No, that's real. How do you feel about AI in music now? You see that's become a thing.
Okay. I think of AI as a challenge. I think every artist at some point, all the old school bands back in the day before Pro Tools existed, or any way to record yourself multi-track, they had to play that song over and over again and get it right. And they probably looked at multi-tracks as if that's not it, that's cheating, that's not true musicianship. I think us as artists now, we have the opportunity to also battle a different kind of machine, which is human versus machine, soul and warmth versus cold, no analog. So in this narrative, I do challenge artists to, it's not going anywhere, but to just be very diligent to show the human side of yourself and growth. And that's about all we can do.
That's real. Yeah. Facts. So I want to ask, like, what makes you feel most at peace right now?
Sleep. I love sleep. I love rest. Peace of mind. Yeah. I'm a bird watcher. Okay. Like I got me this container. Like I got mad birds and I just love watching birds. Right? Only because it don't matter what my day got going on. Birds still sing in the morning. They eat. They kick it and then they fly off. And I'm like, oh wow, you know what? And all that grounds me into the space I need to be to tackle today, because that means nature is still happening around us. And in a world full of so much chaos and information that I can't comprehend, nature been around since I was a kid, and that ain't changed. And so now I'm just a part of just watching it and enjoying it for myself.
Damn right. Yeah. For sure. Now I want to ask you about a couple of records. Okay. I want to just know your first thoughts.
Oh my God. Depends on how far you go back.
I got you. Well, I got to ask about the legendary collab with you, Currency, and Wiz.
Glass House. I knew that was coming up.
Well, not even that one, because I ain't going to ask you that one, because you don't answer that in the
okay.
I'm talking about Jet Life.
Oh, Jet Life. Yeah. I mean, with Jet Life was really me being on my producer bag. They crushed it with the verses, but I just pulled up with the hook concept and the beat. And I love working on music from that perspective, where I don't have to be a rapper per se, but I had this dope idea, and then the artists crush it in their own way. I don't even have to show it to the video shoot; they do them.
I was gonna ask why you went in the video,
because I produced and I got to sit back, okay. And to me, I love doing that too, respect. Man. I don't always got to be in the forefront.
I respect that. Mm-hmm. Respect that, man. You did a song in 2022 called "Boring."
Oh, I'm boring. Yeah.
I love that record though. And
Thank you. These roses don't die.
For sure. Mm-hmm. It made me think about the Paid in Full line.
Oh wow. You feel me? Yeah, I'm boring. Yeah, I'm boring there.
Talk about that record, man.
That's life. And I enjoy it. Like, Amen. Like to be in a position where you can be 100% comfortable with the person you with, be yourself, and it doesn't have to be grandiose. Yep. You know, the grandioseness that might come with the music side, but if I can have me a great meal, watch a show I like, and relax, to me that is that's rest, that's beauty to me. And just laugh about the day. I don't need the grandioseness. No.
A simple life.
Yeah. Yes. So, and even with that, the complexity of a simple life means that you're not even content, not even complacent, but you're at peace. Yes. And yes. And it takes a lot to be at peace and not care about what everybody else does. Man. Yeah, not so simple nowadays.
Sure. I love that record though, because I thought that was some real shit.
Thank you.
I can relate. Now I thought it was dope. You and Megan Thee Stallion collaborated on the Miami Bleu record.
Shout out to Buddah Bless, because he really put that together. Now.
Salute to Buddah Bless.
Yeah, I was literally just working with Buddah Bless on a project. Man, he had a relationship with Megan.
Gotcha.
And that's how that song came to be. Yeah, I had Buddah Bless is the reason that. Yeah. Definitely.
Respect.
Definitely.
Salute to the producers, man.
Exactly.
What would you say is like your favorite accomplishment, just being the brand Big Krit? What's been your favorite?
One of my favorites is doing a record with BB King.
Damn. Yeah.
Doing a record with BB King. And knowing that my grandmother was one of the first A&Rs that I knew. And she put me on to a lot of gospel music. And BB King was her favorite artist. And when you would come to my grandmother's house and you walk in the door, like literally there was a picture of BB King with a curl. Like on the wall, just that's big funny. As day. And so to be in a position where I could reach out, shout out to man, his name, it's so bad. His name is escaping me right now. But shout out to the homie in Vegas that, pretty much put it all together. And yeah, man, and to be able to have BB King in the studio, crazy. Play the guitar, see him tapping his penny loafers and playing Lucille, it changed my life. And that was so early in my career that I realized that everything else is just a blessing. Yeah. It just I no expectations. I'm just happy.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. I think, your fans appreciate that about you, but what would be your message to the day one fans that's been there since, when you first started?
Man, I'm going to keep rocking with them and dropping music. And I know they have a vision of where they think I should be. And I know there's a lot of barbershop conversations about, music and where I'm at. And I appreciate them championing me, and I never tell them not to. But as long as they jam the music, that's all that matters. Like, the industry chose a long time ago of who they were going to champion. I don't care about none of that. I'm going to just keep making jamming music.
Damn right. Damn right.
Long as they jam and rattle in that trunk, and I'm encouraging people to get better sound systems in their car.
Damn right.
That's all that matters. Please play the music how it's meant to be heard.
That's right. Yeah. I got 12s in my car, so
and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Enjoy. You still enjoy. That's all you need. 15s, I ain't gonna front. Because if you had some house speakers in your trunk, I'd be disappointed.
For sure.
Because that's what they look. Yeah. And then if you can't drive in your car bounce, don't do it. 12s is enough.
Damn right, man. Well, final question I want to ask you. I ask all my guests to define our keyword progress. What does it mean to you?
Keyword progress.
Yes, sir.
I mean, clearly it's growth. It's definitely growth. And then understanding that your mental health is super important.
Amen.
Get therapy. Acknowledging triggers, understanding PTSD is real. And it doesn't have to be war in the sense of, going overseas or anything like that. But it is household, it's trauma growing up, acknowledging that. Generational wealth is super important, but you also have to realize about generational trauma. You have to recorrect a lot of things. You have to start being honest with yourself. If you have a relationship with your parents of any kind, try to start having those conversations about how you grew up. Progress is also understanding that everything is not going to work out all the time how you expect it to. There's going to be a lot of growing pains in life, and it's okay. And a lot of times things are not going to happen, or whatever you want doesn't always happen how you think it is, because maybe your higher power, God, doesn't want that for you, and that's fine. Amen. Do not chase another person's success. Do not expect validation from people that especially don't know you. And make sure that any morals or values you gained that kept you afloat before you had any money or any success, that you keep those a part of you as well.
Love that. Love that. Man, well, Krit, this was amazing way to kick off the 10-year celebration with this phenomenal interview. Man.
Yes, ma'am.
I definitely appreciate you.
I'm doing my best. Thank y'all.
This was hard.
Hey.
Yes, sir, man. All right.
The Progress Report.